Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Never Enough Time by Palfly Kampling. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, meaning in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these arrows in the grid. So the way arrows work is whatever digits go on the arrow, you sum them up and that goes in the circle. So this could be 1, 2, 1. That would sum to 4, we'd put a 4 in the circle. And we are allowed to repeat digits as long as Sudoku allows us to. There's no additional non-repeat rule, basically. We also have indexing. The green cells are all indexing cells. So row 1 tells you where the 1 goes in its column. Row 2 tells you where the 2 goes. Row 3 tells you where the 3 goes. So, for example, if I put a 4 here, that tells me that the 4th row contains the 1 in this column. If I were to put a 3 here, then the 3rd row would contain the 1. And that's true of all of these. And this tells you where the 2 goes. So if this was a 4, it would tell us that the 4th row contains the 2. If this was a 6, it would mean that the 6th row contains the 2. And this tells you where the 3 goes. So if this was a 3, it would be itself, right? If this was a 4, that puts the 3 there. And that's it. Those are the rules. The dragon in the middle is cosmetic. I'm going to get started. Oh, right. There is a link in the description if you'd like to try it yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay, how should we get started? This arrow, unfortunately, because we can repeat, this means we saw from the example, it can be as low as 4. 4 is the lowest it can be, right? If you think about it, these can be a 1-2 pair. They can't repeat between themselves because they're in the same column. So these could be 1-2 pair, and then we could put a 1 here, and that would add to 4. So 4, 5, 6 here tells us, ooh, okay, that removes the 1 from these, right? Because 4, 5, 6 puts the 1 somewhere down here. We can't put a 2 or a 3 in this sum. So if there's no 1 here, then the minimum here is actually 2, 3 with a 1 there. And that's the max as well, because that adds to 6. So this is a 6, this is a 2, 3 pair, and this is a 1. Very neat. The 1 tells us that this is a 3, because the 3, right, we could do it 2 ways. One is that directly this indexing, the 1 tells us that the 3 goes in row 1. But also we need to reference the 1 in this column right here, and it's in row 3, so we put the 3 there. So that's 2 and 3. So the 2 is self-referencing, the 3 is self-referencing. Okay. I'm just going to put that this is 1, 4, 5. That's not a 1. So 1's down here. All right, we can't put a 1 on here, and we can't put a 3 on here. So the minimum I can do is 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 is a 6. So that's what it's going to be, because we can't be bigger than that. So this is pointing at the 2, and we know the 2 is either in row 4 or row 5. But the 2, 4 pair prevents this from being a 4. So this has to be a 5, which then puts the 2 down here and the 4 here. That places the 5 here. This is now a 6. This is now a 3, 5 pair. This is a 2, 6 pair, and this is a 1, 4 pair. All right, 2, 6 is telling us where the 3 goes. The 3 is not going there, so the 3 goes in 6. That's 6, and then that places the 3 there, and that's 5 and 2. This is telling us where the 1 goes. It could either self-reference or it could go here. Well, it's not going there. So that's the 1 and that's the 4. Nice. Now this 6 does tell us where the 1 goes. That's 1 and 4. Nice. So this whole stack is done. Let's just fill these out. I want these triples. So this is 2, 4, 5. This is 1, 3, 6. We'll clean this up in a second. And this is 2, 4, 5. In fact, let's just do all the triples. This is 1, 3, 6. This is 1, 3. And then this is 2, 4, 5. We'll clean this up. That's not a 6. That's not a 6. We can't sum to 1 in 2 cells. The minimum this is 2, 4. 2, 4 adds to 6. So that is 2, 4 adding to 6. The 6 does place the 2 all the way down here. So we get a bunch of eliminations already. There's probably a lot of ways to complete from here. This is 4 and 2. The 4 does tell us that's a 1, giving us these 3s, the 6 and this 1. We get our 5, 4, and 2. We get our 3 and our 1, our 5, 4, and 5. And we're done. And just to double check, 2 and 1 point at each other. The 4 points at that 3. This 4 points at the 1. The 6 points at the 2. The 5 points at the 3. This 5 points at the 1. The 3 points at the 2. And the 2 points back at the 3. Whenever you have 2 indexing cells that point at that in the same row, that they can end up pointing at each other, right? They don't conflict because they end up pointing at each other, which is always interesting. It's like the Spider-Man meme. All right. Well, that was a neat puzzle. I really enjoyed that, Palfly. The ending kind of completed itself, which was neat. Didn't have to think too much about the indexing at the end there, but that was fun. Let me know how you did, and if you enjoyed it, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.